everyone, Mimsy here. Today I'm going to talk to you about Invisible Zipper. I'm doing this video by request. I had a request from a subscriber to show how it is that I assemble my invisible zipper. So I'm going to show you the two different kinds. So this is an invisible zipper, a 9-inch invisible zipper that I bought at the fabric store. It comes with directions on how to install it. And if you read the directions on it, the first direction on the invisible zipper pack is to open up your zipper and iron the zipper coil flat, which is the same thing that you do with Invisible Zipper by the Yard. So I buy mine by the Yard, and let me pull some of it out here. This is my Invisible Zipper by the Yard. This is regular zipper by the Yard. There's a big difference. So I'm going to cut off a short length of the Invisible Zipper. Okay, so now I have a length of the Invisible Zipper by the Yard. So to assemble this, you pull it apart completely by the Yard zipper. The zipper that you buy at the store is fastened at the bottom. I think it's glued at the bottom. However, you can make these any length you want, obviously shorter than what you buy. So you can buy a 22-inch zipper and make it whatever shorter length you want. The disadvantage to this is that these zippers are kind of expensive. This little 9-inch zipper I think was $3.79. And then the other disadvantage is they're small teeth. So the zipper I think is like a number 3 or number 4 zipper. My invisible zippers I usually buy number 5. So one of the things that I would recommend about Invisible Zipper by the Yard is after you pull it apart, keep the halves the same direction. So don't separate your pieces, because if you get it turned around, sometimes as a beginner it's hard to figure out which side is which. So keep your pieces together. Let's take this to the ironing board and I'll show you how to iron this and this flat. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is set your iron to synthetic setting and let that heat up. And then with your assembled store-bought invisible zipper, go ahead and open it up. Now, obviously the front side of the zipper is the side with the pull. So we're going to flip that over so that we're ironing on the wrong side of the zipper. So when you feel this, you'll feel that the coil of the zipper is kind of rolled over or folded over on itself. So in order to sew this in, we need to flatten that out. So I'm going to lay that down and just kind of flatten that out and roll it out with my fingers here, and then press it. And I think that if you're going to buy zipper at the store already assembled, it's probably good to buy it longer than what you need and then shorten it yourself once you have it installed, because this is assembled and there is a pull here. I can't iron it flat all the way down. So if we put this into a garment, if you're making clothes and you're not able to iron it flat all the way down because your zipper pull is in the way here, you're not going to be able to get an invisible zipper all the way. It won't be invisible all the way because we won't be able to sew right next to the teeth up here because the pull is there. So okay, so that one is ironed flat. So you see it's nice and flat now. Then with the Zipper by the Yard, you do the same thing with that. You just roll it open and press. Okay, so that one's done. Now I'll show you this one up close. So that's the way that it comes, and you have to roll that open and press it like that. So you see how it comes rolled over on itself? And this one takes a lot longer to get it flattened out. It just wants to keep rolling back on itself. Okay, so that one's done. Okay, so now we're going to assemble the Invisible Zipper by the Yard. I've got my pull here, and you have to have, I think I mentioned this already, you have to have an invisible zipper pull, which looks like this. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There you go. Okay, so you're gonna place your zipper with the rolly side down. So the side that wants to roll on itself, you're gonna have that on the bottom. So it kind of folds over on the underside, and I have help here. I might have to put her away. Okay, so then pick up your zipper and you're gonna slide your zipper into the pull. It's kind of flared out on this end. That's the end that you're gonna point towards yourself. Okay, so the rolly side down, you're gonna slip that into that pull. Okay, see that? And just push it to the end there. You're gonna do the same thing with this one, with the rolly side down. So turn your zipper like that, push that in, and you'll kind of hear a click. Then you're gonna grab these two ends with your thumb and your pointer finger, grab a hold of them nice and tight here, grab a hold of the zipper pull, and hold on to the zippers pretty tight and give this a pull. And that's how you assemble your zipper. Now, I take this to my sewing machine, install my zigzag foot, and I will drop my feed dog and zigzag over the end of the zipper to hold it together. And I will also zigzag over one end of the teeth here to hold the zipper to keep the zipper from just coming off the end like that. So zigzag over one side here and both sides there. And that's how you assemble your zipper by the yard. And make sure that if you are going to do zipper by the yard, that you cut yourself a little extra, an inch or two, because the ends often come out not even, and that way when you're sewing it in, you can leave a little bit of a tail not sewn into your project so that you can get your stitching right next to the zipper teeth. Otherwise, you'll have a little bit of an end here where you are going to see a little bit of the zipper tape because your pull is there when you sew it, and this is going to just take a little bit of doing and practice, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So give yourself an inch or two extra on your zipper tape when you're creating your... Okay, so I put the end of the zipper underneath my zigzag foot, and then I turn my feed dog off or lower my feed dog so it doesn't pull the zipper through there, and then I just zigzag back and forth over the top of the zipper. That's how that looks. And then I'll do the same thing on one of the sides. Okay, then you're gonna put on your zipper foot, and if you have an invisible zipper foot, you can use that, and that actually holds the teeth of the zipper it holds the zipper teeth in a groove on the bottom of the zipper foot, but I don't have that foot, so I just use my regular zipper foot, and it works just fine to sew right next to the zipper teeth. Make sure that you adjust your needle over to the side. Here's a piece of fabric, and we're going to place the zipper on the fabric like so. So here's the edge of the fabric here, and we're gonna put the zipper like this, and sew right next to the teeth, because then we'll flip this over and put fabric on the other side. Okay, I don't need help. Let me move her out. So right around the pull, you're not going to get real close to the teeth. So what we'll do is we'll sew around the pull while it's down here, then I'll close the pull up a little bit more and sew back over that spot. Okay, and so the idea is to sew as close to the zipper teeth as possible without sewing into them. So you might have to hold this part down a little bit with your finger so it doesn't fold back on itself, because it wants to roll back up on itself. Okay, I got some take up on that, definitely. All right, so I'm gonna close this up a little bit, and then we'll sew closer in right there. And now we'll do the other side. Grab a new piece of fabric. It wouldn't be a bad idea, if you're not used to sewing zippers, it's a good idea to pin the zipper in. Obviously, I'm not using this for a project, it's just a sample, so. Open this all the way down so we can get nice and close to the zipper teeth the whole way. Now I'll close this up a little bit and sew. Okay, so let's look at this. Invisible. See that? All you see is the pull.